OnlyFans are not doing it for pleasure most of the time. They're doing it for money. So they don't do it because they like older men. They do it because they like older men's money.
If any young women are watching, please do not model your lifestyle after her. Thank you very much.
He's judgmental.
And that's from the Christian man.
Yes, I'm looking out for you young ladies. If you
I'm
ever,
not judging
if
you.
you ever, that's fine. But if you ever want to get married, there's a lot of young girls out there who want to get married someday. If pictures of yourself doing sexual things are all over the internet, your husband and your kids will not appreciate that.
What are your kids going to think of this?
I think Northwest is doing just fine.
Northwest.
Yeah, she's living her life.
Kanye's. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's doing great with her mom.
I mean, given the option between a mom who has porn on the internet versus one who doesn't have porn on the internet, I would prefer if all of my friends couldn't see my mom fucking other dudes and sucking their dicks.
I still consider myself a Christian.
She was hot.
I still consider myself a Christian. I do. Wow. And that just means that I believe that Jesus died on the cross for my sins. And I'm not a fucking judgmental person like you. Okay. What gives you the right? You're not perfect. You should know better than anyone that we are sinners.
Okay, you're right.
We're not perfect.
Right. And I know.
So get off your high horse.
I know I'm not perfect. Okay.
No, get off your high horse. What makes you think that you're better than everyone else? You
never
are
said
a
that.
sinner.
Okay, you see the defensive. Get off. First of all, what's going on with her? With the there's like some sort of like something weird going on with the way she speaks. Or I was like, is there somebody have a little drink before the show? Something's weird there. No, is it me? You know it's not me. So first of all, he didn't say what high horse is he on exactly. What high horse? So now if you're a Christian, you can't call out 304 behavior as problematic for other women. You can't say, hey, women out there who are listening, do not model your life after somebody who has zero self-respect and is putting themselves out there naked all over the internet, engaging in sexual you-know-what with guys they don't even know for cash. You can't say that. That somehow makes you a bad Christian. But she's allowed to say, oh, I'm still a good Christian because I'm not judgmental. You know what? Some things are meant to be judged. So if somebody, not to use these examples, these are very different examples, but if somebody goes out and murders somebody, are we not allowed to say, that's bad, right? Why do we have no moral compass anymore? Why can't you just say that it is not morally upstanding behavior to put naked pictures, video all over the internet and make money off of them? Are we now supposed to say that that's morally upright? Why? Because we're afraid we're going to hurt some OnlyFans girls' feelings? No, we're trying to shake you into reality, which is that you're hurting yourself, you're hurting your future potential to get with a good man who's not going to want anything to do with you, given that you're going to have this exploding sexual history on the internet that people are going to be able to search and clip and all of that. And we're trying to tell other women who may be watching this, this is not the path you want. If you want eventually to have a baby, if you want a husband, if you want to settle down, if you want a happy, beautiful life, you're not going to want this in your past. This is going to be an incredible amount of baggage that you are not going to want to carry on your shoulders. And she has a problem with that. Why? Again, misery loves company. She's worried that if you're passing judgment, people are going to start frowning on her behavior. People are going to stop paying her because guys are going to get the message that why are you wasting your money going and sit and give it to this girl, right? And she's outright saying, by the way, she doesn't care about these guys. Again, they say, how many times do they say, we don't care about you? She's saying, oh, it's just about money. It's just about money. Stop giving her money. Stop giving women like this. Guys, I'm telling you, go get a gym membership. Go buy some food from a farm to get yourself healthy. Go over to Rocasa. Get yourself some good products. Do whatever you need to do. Stop wasting your money on women who are openly telling you they don't care about you. They could not be any more clear in their discussion of what little value you have to them. So stop spending money. Religion, by the way, has become a joke to many people. You notice this? I mean, I went to Catholic school when I was younger. But do you see how these people will say, oh, I'm Christian? What does that mean, you're Christian? Now it's just a word you throw around, right? Oh, I'm Christian. Okay, so the Christian teachings told you what? To go have, go do lewd sexual stuff with random people on the internet and get a pat on the back? What version of Christianity are you following, honey? Come on now. This is getting ridiculous. By the way, that comment, oh, Northwest is doing fine. Honey, how do you know how Kim Kardashian's kids are doing? You spoke to them? Or do you just look at media stories about how they're doing? How do you know how it's going to affect that child to ultimately find out that her mother's entire career was launched by spreading her legs on the internet and making money off of it in a deal that was most probably organized by her own mom. You think that's not going to affect that child? Why? Because she's rich? Why? Because she's famous? You know how many rich, famous kids wind up a hot mess on drugs, turn into alcohol, you see the stories. This is not unique. These people are unbelievable. Oh, Northwest is doing, honey? You went and spoke to Northwest before you got on the Whatever podcast? Ridiculous. I mean, it's just the dumb hurts on this stuff sometimes. Really. What an irresponsible message to say. Deeply irresponsible stuff. As if she knows. All right. Let's go to that second, 135.36. Zero accountability females on the way, y'all. Let's listen.
Or whatever, and they're getting made fun of by all the other kids who found your pornography online. At that point in time, are you going to regret it? Or are you going to be like, no, I'm fucking happy that I made that decision. My kid can go fuck himself.
Why should the mother who is a consenting adult who chose to do OnlyFans be crucified for her adult decision? Shouldn't it be the kids who are bullying the child who led them to commit?
Bro, no, I'm sorry.
I was like assholes
here. So it's okay to bully them.
Completely avoiding responsibility. No, we're saying it's wrong to bully.
Then what's the point?
But you're completely avoiding responsibility.
I'm just saying
here.
It's a point about like selflessness. Like I'm like a young girl has the idea of like doing an OnlyFans, getting such easy money by taking one naked photo of myself cross my mind.
You'd make like $5.
Okay, pause that. I love it. First of all, that girl, do you see how she got defensive? You'd make like $5. You know why? You know why she's getting nasty with that girl? That girl's hotter than she is. Objectively, let's be objective in the chat. Is that blonde girl, pull it up, Deli. That blonde girl there sitting next to Chase, who's more traditional, she's objectively more attractive than the other girl. So there's a defensiveness that's coming into play because not only is she more attractive, but she's also not a 304. At least by her own, what she's telling us about herself. We don't know her personally, but that's the information she's revealing. So now that girl who's on OnlyFans, who's at 304 behavior, is feeling intimidated and defensive because there's somebody sitting at that table that has more traditional values as a woman, and she knows, that 304 knows that other woman is more desirable. And yet she doesn't want to change her behavior because she's cashing in on it. But she knows that there's someone at that table who the chat, who everybody watching is objectively saying that's the catch and the 304 is not. So there's a defensiveness that came into play there. I'm sure you noticed that. Do you want to have, let me ask you a question. That guy his name is Chase. He's gone viral. You want me to have him on? Jack, can you weigh in? Do you want to hear from a traditional male that's gotten into some of these interactions? It's not going to be as fiery, right? Because he and I would agree more. But would you like to have him on and do live reacts with him to some content? Put it in the chat. Put it in the comments. Tell me what you think. I want to know. We're having MLD on, by the way. We just booked him. He's going to come on and he's going to react to his former appearance on the Whatever podcast and do some live reactions with me as well. And also another announcement. We have Destiny on Monday. Oh, yeah. Destiny's coming. Destiny and I are going to do live reaction to content. I have a sense we're going to disagree. I have a small sense we're going to disagree, so you're going to want to be here. There's going to be some heat happening at JB Live on Monday. But this whole idea, again, let's go back to the clip and let's talk about how she doesn't want any personal accountability. She specifically asked if your kid in the future is bullied as a result of your behavior, are you not going to look back on it and say, this was a misstep by me? She's so self-absorbed and selfish that she can't even step outside of herself and says, well, isn't that the fault of the other kids that bully? Well, sure, honey, but you're an adult. You're the adult. So, of course, other children shouldn't bully your child. But if your behavior has led to something bad, something negative for your own child, meaning that other kids can look on the internet and see naked pictures of that child's mama, meaning you, do you not play a role in that horrific reality for that child? Of course you do. Own up. You don't want to acknowledge that your behavior right now has the ability to negatively affect your future child, if in fact you have one, because you don't want to change your behavior and be a responsible adult. That's what's going on here. And he's calling you out on it. So, and then notice, you want kids to be bullied? He didn't say that. Of course, he's saying no, but there's a difference between a kid who bullies and a grown adult. I know you're acting like a little girl on this panel, but you're a grown woman at this point, and you're making decisions that are going to affect the course of your life and the effect of the children that you may have in the future, and you don't care. Selfish, nasty behavior. Now, this is why some people say, not everybody should be a mom. Because you're going to be a mom? Guys, in the chat, guys out there, you're looking for somebody, you're thinking, is this a girl I want to, spend some real time with? Is this a girl I want to build a life with? She needs to be not be selfish like that. You need to find someone. My kid is my everything, right? I do and die and bend over backwards for my child. My mom was the same way with me. You need to find someone who cares so much about their child that becomes number one. Do you think that woman is displaying an attitude or a type of character that of somebody who's anywhere near ready to do that? No. But you imagine this stuff is on the internet. These girls know they're going on a podcast. This is now out there. This stuff is out there. God, no shame in their game. I know there's no shame in my dance game. If you like the short clip and want to watch another short clip, click here. Or if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.